Hello students, good evening. I hope you all are fine. In today's test, you all have or some students have doubt in question number 5. Okay, now today we will discuss question number 5 of today's test. Okay, that happen in Zoom classes. So let's start that question. Let's discuss that question. Okay. What was the question? In question there was a table. Okay, what was in the table? In that table you have given two type of organisms. Okay, what are organisms? Organisms can be seen by the eyes, naked eyes, but some organism cannot be seen by the eyes. To see some organisms we need some glasses. That glasses are called magnifying glasses. Okay, like microscope, to see bacteria and viruses which are very small. Bacteria and viruses are very small, they cannot be seen by the naked eyes. Such organisms are called microorganisms. Okay, but some organism can be seen by the eyes, like plant, animals. We can see them, plants and animals, easily by our eyes. We don't need anything which magnify such plants and animals. Okay, because plants and animals they have such size which are visible by our eyes. Okay, so in question there are two type of organisms. What are the two type of organism? First one is which are able to make their own food. Okay, in question you have a table. Organism, first type of organisms are those which are able to make their own food. It means they can make their food. Okay, first type is that. In second type, not able to make their foods, not able to make their food. Okay, in question there was a table. In that table what was given? Organisms, two type of organism. First one is able to make their own food. Second is that type of organisms which are not able to make their own food. Okay, so what do you think about able to make their own food and not able to make their own food? What does it mean? It means on our earth not all organism produces food. Okay, so hint given there, first one is able to make their own food, and the name of that organism they write to that organism they write S. Okay, S is not name of any organism, just they suppose animals organism which able to make their own food, that organisms are S. Okay, and you have to find that which organisms are able to make their own food, and you will replace that S with that organism. Okay, second one is second organism which are not able to make their food, that organism they suppose they are T. Again you have to find T, which suitable organism replace T and which suitable organism replace S. What are S? Which are S? Which are able to make their own food. Which are T? Which are not able to make their own food. So students, on our earth, on the basis of making food, there are two type of nutritions. Someone is First one is autotrophic, second one is heterotrophic. Okay, autotrophic, which can make their food. Okay, auto means self, trophic means prepare. Any organism which are able to their own food, they are called autotrophic, autotrophs. That nutrition is called autotrophic. Okay, so autotrophic means in which organisms able to make their own food. Okay, so what are autotrophic nutrition or what are autotrophs? Autotrophic nutrition, nutrition means method of preparing food, taking food, that is called autotroph, that is called nutrition. First type of nutrition is autotrophic, in which organism able to make their own food. Okay, they do not depend on other for food, like we all are depends on other for our food, but some organism on earth, they do not depend on other, they simply take raw material from the surrounding and make their own food. So you know that examples of autotrophic nutrition are plants. Okay, to prepare food with the help of sunlight, one thing is necessary, that is called chloroplast. In chloroplast there is a green color pigment that is called chlorophyll, and it is only found in plants on our earth. So only the plants are able to make their own food, and plants are called autotrophs, and the nutrition found in plants, that is called autotrophic. Auto means self. Okay, plants and some bacteria also. Other than plants on our earth, there are some bacteria also which can make food. They do not use sunlight to prepare their food, but certain type of chemical reactions happen inside the body of the bacteria which help to make the food. Okay, and that process is called chemosynthesis. Like in plants, the method of preparing food is called photosynthesis. In some bacteria, the method of making plant, that is called chemosynthesis. Okay, so just remember one thing, what are the autotrophs? Means which are able to make their own food. Only examples on our earth, only which are able to make food on our earth, they are plants, all plants and some bacteria. Okay, now second type of nutrition is, that is called heterotrophic. Heterotrophic nutrition means which do not able to make their own food. Okay, not able to make their own food. That type of nutrition is called heterotrophic, and organisms are called heterotrophs. Hetero means depends on other. Like look, ourselves, like all thing is in our surrounding, like water in our surrounding, sunlight in our surrounding. Can we able to make food like plants? No, we are not able to make food like plants. We use plant products or animal products to fulfill our nutrition values. So we are heterotrophs. Such organisms are called heterotrophs. Okay, so in heterotrophs, what comes? Animals come in heterotrophs. Okay, all type of animals, small to large. Okay, other than animals, there is another group of organisms on our earth, other than plants animals, bacteria, that is called fungus. Okay, many example of fungus like bread mold, mushroom. Okay, why they are do not why they are not able to make food? Fungus, why not they are able to make food? Because they don't have chlorophyll to make food. Chlorophyll to make their own food with the help of sunlight and water and CO2. Chlorophyll must in the organism, but fungus do not have chlorophyll. Okay, fungus always live in association with another type of organisms which are called algae. Okay, fungus lives in association. So fungus live in association with alga, and this association, whose association, alga plus fungus, such association is called lichens or lichens. Okay, in this lichen or lichen, because fungus is non-green, they are not able to make food. What do fungus? Fungus absorb water, sunlight. On the other hand, alga is green in color. It is green in color. Okay, so these alga uses sunlight and prepare food for fungus. Okay, and fungus, how fungus help to alga? Alga lives on the surface of fungus. Such association is called symbiosis. Symbiosis is such type of association in which two organisms are mutually benefited. One help second, second help first. Such association is called symbiosis. Example of such symbiosis is lichens or lichen. In lichen there are two organisms, alga and fungus. Because fungus is non-green, it is not able, they are not able to absorb sunlight. On the other hand, alga is green, they are able to absorb sunlight. Alga prepare food and give to fungus. On the other hand, fungus helps alga to reside on his surface. Okay, so these are the discussion on autotrophic and heterotrophic based on the preparing of the food. One is able to make food, they are called autotrophs. Second, which are not able to make their own food, they are called heterotrophic. In a autotrophic, all plants can come and some bacteria come. In heterotrophic, animals and fungus come. So now look at your question. In your question, first S is, what is S? S are those group of animals which are able to make their own food. So animal organism which are able to make their own food, that organisms are, they may be plant, they may be bacteria. So you simply put your answer S may be any plant. Okay, here you can write in place of S, you can write any plant. Simply you can write plant or bacteria. Okay, and you can put examples also. There are many examples of plants like mango tree. One that is given in your worksheet, that I write the fern. Fern are also plants. They are that group of plants which do not make flowers. You mostly see around yourself, most of the plants make flower. Okay, they produce flowers and fruits, but there are some group of plants on our earth which are not able to produce flowers. That group of plants are called ferns. Okay, ferns are also plant, so they come in the category of able to make their own food. Okay, so ferns do not able to produce flower. So how they reproduce? Like all plants around yourself in which flowering happen, that reproduce with the help of seeds. But some plants which are not able to produce flowers, that flowers are called ferns, and ferns reproduce with the help of spores. Okay, so what is fern? Fern is a special type of plants. What type of plants? All plants on our earth, maximum plants on our earth, they produce flowers, but some plants do not able to produce flowers. That group of plants are called ferns. Ferns belongs to that group of plants which are not able to produce flower, able to produce flowers. So how they reproduce? They reproduce with the help of spores. So these are the some examples of S organisms. So in place of S you can write name of any plant. Like I give only two examples. One is mango, second is fern. Mango is what type of plants? So when you look in plants, if the plants produce flowers and flowers changes into fruits, that are called angiosperms. Like mango, in mango plant flowering occur, fruiting also occur. That type of group of plants are called angiosperms, and angiosperms means flowering plants. So mango is a angiosperm. You can write example of any plant. I am just discussing with you. Second, I write fern. Fern is also a plant, but they are not able to produce flowers. In ferns, in place of flowers, which is the reproductive organ, spores are the reproductive organs. Many more examples you can write. Simply the answer of S is, you can write mango, people, anything like banana, orange or fern. Okay, similarly second group of animals are those which are not able to make their own food. Okay, so not able to make their own food come in the category of heterotrophic. So heterotrophic means which are not able to make their own food. Example in heterotrophic, all animals and another group of organism which are called fungus. Okay, fungus are non-green organisms. They are not able to make their own food. So how they prepare food? They live in association, in bonding with another organism, that is called alga. Alga is green, so it prepare food for fungus. Okay, such association is called symbiosis, and the association of alga and fungus is called lichen. I think it is clear to you. So in place of T you can write any name of any animal and name of any fungus. Okay, so in place of T you can write animals or fungus. Like in animals you can put any example, like dog, cat, humans. We are also animals, but we are social animals. We have power of thinking. Okay, in fungus you can easily write example of fungus. I write here bread mold, mushroom. I hope this is clear to all of you. So in place of S, answer will be any plant, bacteria. Example of plant, mango. Mango is a flowering plant. They are called angiosperms. Fern are that group of plants which are not able to produce flowers. In place of flowers, they reproduce with the help of spores. Second is T. T may be any animal or fungus. In animal, you can write dog, cat, humans. We are also social animals. In fungus are non-green organisms, so they are not able to make their own food. They lives in an association with alga. Alga is green, so they prepare food for fungus. Such association is called symbiosis. Example of symbiosis lichen, in which alga and fungus lives together. Okay, example of fungus is bread mold or mushroom. So this is a question number 5. I hope now your doubts are clear. Thanks to all of you.